in there.
Yeah. I mean, I guess to be continued, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we'll monitor it and see, you know. I mean, now currently, I mean, what was the point in this? They took now Petty. So he tweeted, right? And today they just took him off the depth chart altogether. I would just take him off the depth chart. I mean, what was the point? You could have left him on the depth chart. It don't matter.
Yeah.
But we just take him off the depth chart altogether. Just to, well, we can't do anything else. So now you're not on the depth chart. Okay, cool.
Feeling some kind of way after the performance by the kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, of course, I mean, injuries, you know, can happen, and then they can change it. But I mean, this is different than the other situations, just for the simple fact of he's not on a contract. He was tagged, and once that date passes, right? Once that date passes, he can't get a deal through them anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, something else that hasn't really been said. I mean, that I would feel, because I love this game, and I'm not afraid to tell people I love this game. I love talking about this game. I love talking about this game with you. You know,
oh yeah.
People should know out there. Fans out there should know that we talk plenty of football. There's a lot of conversations that we have that we don't even let out.
Oh
other
yeah.
than, you know, it's going in his ear, and you know what he's got to say is going in my ear. But one of the things I think we'd be remiss in not saying is Le'Veon Bell is a generational talent. Now, I know you've heard other people say, hey, this guy, you got a game plan for him. Hey, this guy, watch him. You know, he could put up 230 yards on you rushing the ball. Hey, this guy, hey, you better watch him. He can catch the ball too and take off with it. Once he gets that ball in space, he's gone. I mean, he can go all the way, right? But you never hear anybody go, he's a generational talent. Generational talent is something that comes along once in a while that you haven't seen in a long time, or it's been something like you've seen before, and it does it better. And Le'Veon Bell is probably like Marshall Faulk, except he's faster. Okay? To me. I truly believe that guy, I mean, he's going to go in the Hall of Fame, maybe not first ballot, but Le'Veon Bell is a Hall of Famer. What you're watching right now is a Hall of Fame running back putting up stats. And by the way, now he's got a contract dispute with his team, and eventually he's going to move on to another team, and he's going to put up some more stats, and he's going to hang it up in 3 or 4 years for however long after it, you know, he signs his next deal. So be careful while we're watching it. I mean, all the Drew Breeses and the Tom Bradys and the Phillip Rivers even, who probably doesn't get as much respect as he should. I mean, out here putting up numbers, even my quarterback, Eli Manning. Le'Veon Bell is out here putting up numbers. And you should be thrilled to be watching what you're seeing. Because it's going to be a while before you catch another one of those.
Yeah, man. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That guy's, I mean, I hope he goes to Cleveland next year.
Oh, no.
It would be interesting. I'm just saying.
Stop it.
I'm just saying Todd Haley's already there. Baker will be ready to roll. Yeah, just send him over to Cleveland. But just in general, I mean, clean up the act, man. How about this one? How about your quarterback be a leader and tell people to shut up and do what needs to be done?
Ooh,
and I'm done there. That's it. That's all I want to say there. But yeah, they need to catch some of that heat from some of the dysfunction they got going over there, and people just kind of letting them slide.
Yeah, no doubt. There you go. Third down here. What do you got for third down? Let me know.
Oh man, let's go ahead and get into some of these penalties. Let's get into some penalty talk real quick, because I, for one, absolutely was petrified after the Thursday night game between the Falcons. Well, some of it the preseason, but the Falcons and Philly game, 26 penalties, was accepted. Man, I was like, ooh, Lord, what is this going to be like week one?
Right.
Not as bad as I anticipated, but some trends, okay? Mm-hmm. We saw 14 roughing the passer calls week one. That's the most we've seen a week since 2001. Wow, the Mike and Ike's all up in my ear. Anyways, though, but yeah, the most roughing the quarterback calls since 2001. Found that very interesting. We actually saw somebody get ejected, which we talked about earlier.
Right.
New rule, so we're seeing some of that as well. Didn't see too many of the low in the helmet calls that I thought we would see. I was just kind of anticipating some of that stuff, but that definitely didn't come to play. There was moments in games I was watching where it kind of got bogged down there for a little bit with flags, and then it kind of got cleaned up and moved on its way. So pleasantly surprised this weekend after the Thursday night game how the games were reffed for the most part. I was generally surprised. But, man, like we talked about, some of these hits on these quarterbacks, I would probably say that I've seen 10 out of the 14, and 10 of those that I saw, 4 or 5 of them, I'm like,
definitely overboard.
Football, come on. I mean, he was blocked down, or, he hit him when the quarterback had the ball in his hand still. He can't hit him and see that he released the ball. So, some of the catch-22, hopefully they'll get better as it goes forward, but maybe I should say cautiously optimistic that this might not be as detrimental as I thought it was going into this thing.
Well, I don't have very much to say on that, but I will tell you this. When you got penalty rule adjustments, usually the first thing that goes up is not the amount of calls, but the injuries, because we're trying to figure out where we need to hit people. Okay? The next thing that I'll say about this whole situation is with the penalties and the way they're calling them now, with these rule changes over the offseason, you're going to have a situation where a game is going to be decided, the outcome of a game is going to be decided by a penalty. And it's definitely going to be more influences because of some of these calls. Now, if we need an example, here's week 1. Myles Garrett out there, probably should have been called for the hit on Ben. What could he do? It was, he had to go with the flow. And that's that. Now, that whole series could have wound up something different. Now Cleveland's got a chance to move the ball, and they probably win. Maybe they don't win by a touchdown, but maybe they win by a field goal. Either way, a dub's a dub. But there's something as simple as now we have the upper hand in our division, but now we don't because of a stupid call, and now the game's tied. We walk out of here with a tie instead of a win. And that's going to be the problem that you're going to have. And hey, man, we know this business. This business is, it's a results-based business. Wins and losses.
Yeah.
That could be, that tie could be the thing that gets Hugh Jackson tossed out of Cleveland, even though they went 8-7-1.
Yeah, he's safe. Don't worry.
Whatever.
I'm telling you, man, he's safe.
Either way.
He's safe.
Either way, though, the penalties, they're gonna need to rein that in, bro. I can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but actually, in the first shot for Carolina, and on third down, they don't convert. They called a roughing the passer. I mean, he hit him, had the ball in the hand. They get a 15 yards automatic first down. Now, fortunately for us, we made a hit on McCaffrey. He fumbled inside the 5, and we recovered it, so it didn't cost us any points.
Rare moment. McCaffrey fumbling the ball. Rare moment.
Right, but not that it mattered because we lost anyways. But I'm just saying, hey, what if, that last drive we had to go down and score 2 points? Well, if they got points there, it wouldn't have mattered anyways.
Right.
So, yeah, definitely, it's definitely going to come across. Now, on the flip side, though, the Bears and Packers game, the hit that Clay gave to Mr. Trubisky was late. I mean, that was a valid call. That was definitely on him. So, I mean, we definitely need to make sure that we tip the cap when they do get it right on this.
Right.
But, and not just harp on all the wrong either. Like I said, for me, I'm cautiously optimistic. I do agree. I do think at a certain point, this rule is going to cost somebody a game. And that could very well indeed lead to somebody losing a job. But for now, I'm cautiously optimistic that they're going to kind of get this right. Now,
and let me put that out in the universe. I pray that it doesn't happen to my team.
Oh, yes, me too.
Yeah.
My team, that is, not yours.
Go ahead and put that out.
You lose. Yeah, put it out there. But, I mean, you are right. Speaking of injuries, I mean, we kind of saw that in the preseason with Marquee Lee. He got low in preseason. Ripped knee. He's gone.
Right.
But, the guy's trying to not hit him high. So there's some of that. I mean, and you even going back to even before the rule change, Larry Fitzgerald saying, hey, look, hit me high. I'll pay your fine. Just don't hit me low. Don't hit me low. And you'll have guys kind of doing that as well. But
right.
Speaking of injuries, we did see some injuries that are going to affect some teams long term.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit the major ones.
Yeah,
that definitely hurt people.
Atlanta, big time.
Yeah,
Atlanta, big time.
We'll start with Atlanta first, real quick.
Yeah.
Who was it? Keanu Neal was the first one.
Keanu Neal, safety, gone for the year.
Tearing his ACL. And then, is it Deion Jones?
Jones, linebacker.
Right.
Designated. IR designation to return.
those hurt.
Huge.
Because Deion Jones is the leader of that defense.
And that's right down the middle of your defense at both positions, too.
Right. I mean, and Keanu Neal ain't that ain't no slouch. Keanu Neal, you're going to pay. You're going to pay if you come out there. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how that affects them in the NFC South, but I'm going to hazard a guess. This is not going to be very good for the Atlanta Falcons going forward. Okay?
That's all.
Okay. Let's talk about the Tennessee Titans, because that's a scary one for me as I scroll through the injuries on my injury sheet here. Okay. First off, the QB, Marcus Mariota, out. His elbow on his throwing arm hurt.
That's his history, right? He's going to miss 2 to 4 games a year, period.
I mean, so far, that's what we got. I don't like it because I like the kid coming out of college. But yeah, man, they're gonna need to do something. I don't know what he does out there. He's gonna need to eat some more poi. He's gonna need to eat some more meat. He's gonna need to eat some more grits. Something, because that is not gonna work. And be clear, when it's time for contract negotiation, you know what we say. Your best ability is your availability.
Mm-hmm.
So, this guy, he's been available for the most part, but, you need to be able to count on your QB. 40-year-old dude can make it through 16 games.
Of course, if he does come back in, he's going to be missing his big weapon at tight end. Delaney Walker broke the ankle. He's out for the year now.
Yep. Taylor Lewan.
Got a couple offensive linemen that are banged up. Not sure right when they're going to be back. They're questionable right now. So
Lewan and Conklin are out.
Yeah, definitely a bad week for them, and to lose the game. So definitely got to keep an eye on some of them injuries over there. And speaking of tight ends, not just Delaney Walker up in there in Carolina, Greg Olsen re-broke the foot. So IR for destination to return. Says he plans on coming back, but unless they make the playoffs, I don't think he's coming back.
I honestly think, I wanted a moment to just say thank you to Greg Olsen for all you've done for the league and your team. I very rarely see a tight end put out a statement about his injury and him planning to make it back for the season. It just sounds like to me that this is it for Greg Olsen. I think he's done after the season. Not sure about what his contract details are. Don't know how many years he's got left. I just know that he re-fractured the same foot that he injured last year. So don't know how hard it is going to be to come back from that. Certainly injuries are hard to deal with. But Greg Olsen, I think we've probably seen the last of Greg Olsen. And if he comes back this season, it's probably the last season we see him. There's that.
Okay. All right, man. Maybe. He's definitely got some, a lot of wear and tear on him. So, we'll have to see.
Tampa Bay Bucks, Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah, what he have? Shoulder?
Concussion.
Concussion? Oh, yeah, concussion. Yeah. Was he questionable, though, right?
Yeah.
They don't have him listed as out yet.
But he's got to hit the protocol.
He's got to go. He's got to go through the stages, no doubt. Yeah. Well, speaking of wide receivers, a guy that's actually going to miss some time, Doug Baldwin for Seattle, probably going to be out 3 weeks. Probably what we're looking at there.
Yeah.
Knee.
Yeah.
2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know. He's probably back in a month. They'll probably try to let him go in about a month. That's the way I look at it, man. It's probably going to be auditioning some receivers over in Seattle. I can tell you that. So
yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm about to take a little look-sees.
Yeah.
See what you can come up with.
Yeah. There's a couple guys out there. One of them used to play for the Cowboys. Oops.
Yeah, Desi. He's taking his time. He has offers. He's just, taking his time.
Ooh.
Going to make sure he's going to the right spot. I still think, for whatever reason, he's going to end up in New Orleans. We'll see. I think that's what he's holding out for, and I think it's probably going to happen. But I don't know. I guess another injury for what it's worth over there in New England, Jeremy Hill.
Yeah,
knee.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Yeah, Jeremy Hill. So
I think he's done though. I think
he's IR.